rhythm. It's inside of you. And today, John Rudolph, percussionist with the Toronto Symphony Orchestra, is going to teach you how to take the rhythm that's inside of you, that's your heartbeat, and take that rhythm and put it outside into a drum so that everybody can hear it. By the end of this lesson today, you're going to know how to hold the drum. He's going to teach you how to play it properly. He's going to teach you how to make different sounds on the drum. He's going to teach you so many different rhythms. You can start having fun today, but what you're going to have to do is stop the video at certain moments and pause and practice the things that he's doing so you get the rhythms that you're seeing on the screen internally into your body so you can feel them, do them with your eyes closed, almost do them in your sleep. And if you can do that, if you're patient, you pause that video and stop when you need to, by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to play along with some of your favorite bands, some of your favorite music, for sure, for sure. You're joining hundreds of students that are on the same journey, all starting today. If you have questions about anything, please contact us at schoolconcerts@tso.ca. That's schoolconcerts@tso.ca, and we'll be sure to get back to you. All right, have fun with John Rudolph in your drumming lesson, and keep the rhythm going.
Hi everyone, I'm John. Welcome to my basement percussion studio, where today we're going to talk about hand drums. I love playing percussion. I love exploring new sounds, finding new instruments, and learning new techniques. For me, one of those new techniques was the hand drums. My lessons when I was a young student started on the snare drum. Later on the drum set, moving to the mallet instruments like this marimba and the timpani or the kettle drums. Hand drums, they weren't something I really focused on, and I had to learn from the beginning. So that's how I'm coming to you today. I'm going to talk to you about my experience learning hand drums as a beginner. I'm going to start on this drum. It's a conga drum. It has a single head, played with the hands. So that's different than playing the snare drum with sticks or the marimba with mallets. We get to use our hands. It's a fun experience actually touching our instrument. Start by just alternating strokes. I'm letting this part of my hand contact the rim of the drum. The fingers just bounce off. And those are called open tones. I'm trying to stay relaxed, trying to breathe, and let my hands come off the head using my arm, like this. Now, if I move to the center of the drum, I get a little different kind of sound. Those are called bass or closed strokes. A third kind of stroke is called the touch stroke. It's kind of like the open stroke, just softer. A fourth kind of stroke is the slap. We'll curve our hands a little bit like that. Find a place on the drum where you can kind of get a little higher sound, like that. Don't slap too hard, just by curving your hand and leaving it remain on the head will change the sound. Okay, so we have our strokes. Let's try and organize them into a rhythm. One of the great rhythms in many styles all over the world is called the Clave rhythm. You may be familiar with that. It goes like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1. We are going to focus on the first part of that beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1. You can start by just clapping it. 1 and 3 and 4 and 1. Putting it on the conga or whatever drum you have, start by alternating hands. So the first accent will be with my right, 1 and 2, then the left, and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and now you can move around the head a little bit. Maybe I'll leave my left hand in the center. What gives it a nice groove is if you emphasize 4 and 1. So going a little faster. So you can hear the different possibilities. Okay, now I'm sure as a drummer, you are familiar with double strokes. We can use those on the conga as well. In fact, we can make a little rhythm out of it, starting with your left. Left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. So if we think 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and move to the open. And maybe the first right hand stroke you can try to slap. And that's a rhythm you can use. You can use it in the jazz band. It's easy to swing that rhythm. Something else I'm sure you are familiar with are the paradiddles. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. You can use those on the conga drum. Okay, now let's take some of those double strokes and put them in our clave rhythm. First step is to play all the accents with your right hand. You remember our rhythm? It goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And I would start by isolating the hands, which is a good idea on any percussion instrument, no matter what you're trying to learn. So I'm playing my left hand down here on my leg. I'll do the same thing, putting my right hand down here and letting you hear the left hand. Putting it together on the drum, I'll go a little slower. Now, let's move around the drum a little bit. So let's start, maybe we'll start with 4 and. Those will be our open strokes. 4 and 1 and 2. 4 and 1 and 2. Like that. 4 and 1 and 2. I'm trying to slap that second accented note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Maybe I'll move my left hand a little bit toward the center. Let's hear what that sounds like. So as I said, a great idea is to find a song with a comfortable tempo that you can play along with. You can always use your metronome. I'm going to go to 80 to the beat, to the quarter note, and play eighth notes. 4 and 1. little faster. I might slow down. This is 60, and I'll play 16th notes. So I'll slow the tempo down, but I'll play the double time, which is 16ths. The great thing about this rhythm is it's universal. It will work in many styles on many different drums. I'll tell you one more subtle technique that conga players use. Some people call it the heel-toe technique, and that's where you use that part of your hand followed by your fingertips. Like that. And that's, again, you can find instructional videos on YouTube. If we were going to add it to the clave rhythm, I would try and do it in the middle of that. So I'll start 1. You can also play triplets like that to get comfortable with it. Okay, so as far as moving it to different styles, this is an African drum called a djembe. Actually, this one was made in New Brunswick, but the design is African. This has a rather low sound. I need to tighten the head, and I actually need to replace it. I don't know if you can see I broke it. I've got some tape on the side, but the drum still works. It's just a lower sound. Here's a little smaller djembe. What kind of sound will this get? Yeah, right, a higher sound. Now, maybe you don't have any hand drums at home. What you may have are empty boxes. I sure have a lot. I've been getting things in the mail during this time of social distancing and quarantining. Actually, a box drum is called a cajon. They're usually made of wood, and the player sits on the drum. I'm not going to do that on this cardboard box, but I will hold it between my legs like I did with the djembe. And let's try a rhythm, maybe on the front of the box if you can see me. Up here might get a different sound. Maybe if I turn the open, let's let the sound escape this way. So there you have it. Those are some basic sounds and techniques that you can apply right away on the hand drums. Remember to have fun, stay relaxed.